Dreamlight Valley's most mysterious secret. Have we really cracked the code? The potential truth of the Raging Red Potion just might blow your mind. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's best to start at the beginning. It all started October 24th, 2022, hidden within a screenshot posted by the devs in the official Dreamlight Valley Discord, lied a mysterious redemption code. Once the code was discovered, players immediately redeemed the code and received a mysterious golden potato. This potato only left us with more questions. This was nothing short of a genius marketing decision by the devs of Dreamlight Valley. The community was abuzz with discussion, theories, and articles centered around this enigmatic root vegetable. Seemingly everyone wanted to know, what was it for? Months went by, but curiosity and discussion surrounding the potato persisted. And then, after months of waiting, it finally happened. Another clue. Within the patch notes of the Festival of Friendship update, players noticed a redacted statement, which only revealed the very beginning of a sentence. The redacted sentence seemed to imply something was finally happening with the golden potato. After months of silence and mystery, we knew this update could potentially give us more insight into this mysterious golden item. Little did we know, the upcoming update would reveal far more than we anticipated. A second potato was discovered within Remy's home. Did I just find red potato? And methods were discovered to exchange both potatoes for two new mysterious items, the Gleaming Gold Potion and the Raging Red Potion. And now, after deciphering new clues, discussing various theories, and performing my own research, I believe we may actually have an idea of how these potions will be used, or at least, who they are for. Hey there, gamers, I'm Probably Senpai, and today we'll be discussing what I believe to be one of the most convincing theories involving these two mysterious potions. With that said, please keep in mind, this is all merely a theory. There is no guarantee that my deduction is correct. You also do not have to agree with me, and you are all very welcome to share your theories in the comments below. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that I am a small full-time content creator, so hitting that like button helps me tremendously. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and with that, let's get started. Following the updates and our transition from potatoes to potions, we were left with two very important clues, one for each potion. These clues, of course, are the item descriptions. The wording chosen by the devs here is significant and ultimately connects each of these potions to a character within the Disney universe. We'll start with the Gleaming Gold Potion. Now, I will admit, when I first discovered this potion and read the description, I believed it had something to do with the Forgotten. This is because it, quote, brought warmth to something gone cold. The memories or notes we've discovered from the Forgotten highlight and show how tragically alone they are, and I thought something gone cold was a reference to that loneliness. However, there was something else I couldn't fit, the power of the sun. It felt too specific, like the chosen words were very intentional. But who or what does it reference? I believe this line references a character who's already been confirmed to be in the game. A character who was kidnapped and held captive by somebody living in our valley this very moment. A character with the power of the sun. And that character is Rapunzel.
Power of the sun, gift me with your light. Shine into the dark, restore our fading sight. Rise into the dawn, blazing stars so bright.
This theory was driven home for me after finding a post from Redditor DylanRM110. In Dylan's post, they explain that all the inhabitants of the valley are the most recent variations of themselves. For example, Elsa has her Frozen 2 epilogue outfit. Upon returning to the valley, Mirabelle has dialogue about her fixing the relationship with her sister. In Rapunzel's case, Rapunzel had both a movie and a show. At the end of both, Rapunzel had short, powerless brown hair. Dylan goes on to theorize that that's how Rapunzel will enter our valley, and that the Gleaming Gold Potion is designed to somehow return the power of the sun to Rapunzel. Dylan goes on to theorize that Rapunzel's sun drop incantations could potentially be necessary to save or restore the valley somehow. And upon completing this quest, we could potentially choose between two dream styles for Rapunzel, much like we were able to do with Ariel. I believe this is a very strong theory. That said, the golden potato is an optional and hidden item that players had to redeem a code just to access. I'm not entirely convinced that it will be necessary to complete quests tied to the main storyline. It is entirely possible that the gleaming gold potion is simply cosmetic and will allow us to choose between two dream styles for Rapunzel. I could see this going either way. Neither option would necessarily be surprising, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Though I am feeling rather confident this gleaming gold potion has something to do with Rapunzel. Okay, so if the gleaming gold potion is for Rapunzel, who could the raging red potion be for? Well, which Disney character was known for having the most intense rage? Okay. I'm kidding. I don't think it's Anakin. Let's look at the wording in the description. This will bring the spice of life back to something gone lifeless. Once again, this made me think of The Forgotten at first. Then, after a recent YouTube video about how to acquire the Raging Red Potion, I received a very interesting comment. It was so interesting, in fact, I ended up pinning it. Mr. Carter on YouTube writes, "The potion will be helpful when they, the devs, release Miguel from Coco. He's passed in the movie and needs to get back to life, at least that's my guess." End quote. Now, just to be clear, I don't think Miguel was technically passed away in the movie Coco, but he was able to visit the land of the dead. Should he fail to return to the land of the living before sunrise, he would in fact pass away. We'll touch on that a little bit later. Regardless, Mr. Carter's theory really stood out to me. If the power of the sun was a reference to Rapunzel and her magic, something gone lifeless certainly could be a reference to Miguel and his journey to the land of the dead. In addition to the wording used by the devs on the potion description, there are two other subtle clues tied to the red potion. Both of these clues strengthen this theory. First is the color choice. The gleaming gold potion could be symbolic to Rapunzel's golden hair, whereas the raging red potion could be symbolic to Miguel's signature red hoodie. Another subtle hint could be the use of chili peppers utilized when making the raging red potion. The plot of the movie Coco is heavily based on and influenced by Mexican folklore. Mexico is well known for its folklore, history, music, and outstanding cuisine. There are countless variations of chili peppers, but the chili peppers found and utilized in Dreamlight Valley look to be similar to guajillo. A guajillo is a chili pepper native to Mexico. This chili pepper is often dried and used abundantly in authentic Mexican cuisine. The only complication with this theory lies in something we discussed earlier. If the Redditor Dylan's previous theory about all villagers being the most recent version of themselves is correct, why has Miguel returned to the land of the dead? Well, Dreamlight Valley's infamous forgetting could provide the perfect explanation for this. In the land of the dead, a spirit's final death can occur if they are forgotten by their family and or loved ones. Perhaps to somehow prevent the forgetting from causing this to happen, Miguel could have returned to the land of the dead. However, failing to leave the land of the dead could potentially leave Miguel lifeless. And this is why we would need the Raging Red Potion to bring him back. Personally, I do hope the Raging Red Potion is tied to Miguel because I would love to see him added to Dreamlight Valley. Hearing his music around the plaza would be a welcome change. And I'd finally have something to drown out Eric's horrible flute music. Oh, and I do have one last thing to share regarding Miguel. Since you stayed this long, I thought I'd mention that we received his guitar in the very first Star Path. Now, this doesn't guarantee his arrival, but if the devs were planning on adding Miguel this whole time, then I would find this to be a very cool hint. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to let YouTube know by hitting that like button. What do you think of these theories? One of my favorite things about making videos like this is hearing what the Dreamlight Valley community thinks. So I'm very eager and interested to read your responses. You can also continue this conversation with me by joining my Discord or finding me live on Twitch. Links for both options can be found in the video description down below. Once again, thank you so much for giving me your time today, and good luck decorating your valley.